Hello and welcome to Minecraft. I'm playing creative for once. I've built a huge city. That's an overstatement. I built a city over the span of about 2 years, since July of 2019. And I figured I'd show off my town. You can see here there's a map with some of the basic things, but not everything is shown on this map. But that gives you a decent idea. This is the train station. This train station has access to a few other villages in the area and a few other places of building. So the place we are currently in is Raveenton, which sits within the United Territories of Jackson, which is a handful of territories, and I will go over them. Some of the locations I will go over, even though they're on the same part of the land as Raveenton. They are not Raveenton. We'll get to that. So anyway, let's begin the tour of Raveenton, starting right here. So the first building you will encounter once you leave our wonderful train station is Second Bank. This is our bank. The name is based off of First Bank, which is a common bank in the Colorado area. This simply holds, money. And there's a bunch of gray shulker boxes in here that store the money of the players that go in here for the economy, obviously. Other than that, there's not a whole lot to go over here. This is DMCA Records. This is the record store where you can buy various records. Pretty rudimentary store, but it's there. We have two buildings here. This first building is This is 50 Cop Shop, and you'll notice a bunch of flags throughout this place, such as this flag. This is a Thin Blue Line flag, and this is an American flag. However, in the game, this is the flag of the United Territories of Jackson, and this is a police support variety. And the green flag you see here is the flag of Raveenton. The green is grass, the blue is water, the gray is, well, a ravine. Creative, huh? So this is 50 Cop Shop. You can see here, you walk in, and there's a nice little lobby area. You can see the offices. And if we go back here, you'll see some interrogation rooms. This is the interrogator room. This is the viewing room. We have an evidence room. And then we also have a couple holding cells. There is another prison. There is a full-fledged prison on the map, although it's decently far out from Raveenton, but we will go over that. It is a part of Jackson, but not necessarily Raveenton. This is Whiskey Hotel, one of two hotels in the Jackson area. It's all of the rooms are the same, but you can look at these. Pretty decent hotel. There's an ender chest in most quarters of the room that contain, so if you need to access your, anything you need on the fly, then we have ender chests all scattered all throughout the town in somewhat obscure places, but still, there. Here we have the general store, which I could not come up with a funny name for. This is basically just exactly what it sounds like. It's a general store. It just contains general items, and you go here if you just need to buy something that isn't at one of our specialty shops. This is Pet Hub. There are no pets here currently, but normally there would be dogs, cats, and birds. And you can also get some name tags if you want, and name it right here. This is probably my favorite commercial building, the good side of Bass Pro Shops. I'm pretty sure the music's copyrighted, by the way. I don't think that's public domain. So you can see here, you can go up to the counter, and this is where you can purchase various firearms, or you can pick one off, and you can see our selection on the wall, as well as selections of arrows. And if you go in here, you can rent some range rentals, and you can go here and shoot at the range. Oh, here's one of our residents. Kind of. He kind of lives here. The next building is one of the first ever built here in Jackson, specifically Raveenton. This is Saloon 1776. This is the second variation it's gone through. Its original variation was some sort of Irish pub, but eventually I decided to make it American. And so, of course, this is where you buy drinks and food. You can also go into the back if you choose to be of the farmer profession. This is where farming happens. Normally there are more animals, but they despawn. So, also there's supposed to be... Yeah, there we go. It's like that's supposed to be there. This is Town Hall. Formerly the first building on... Well, it is the first building. Formerly my house. It eventually turned into Town Hall. You can see it's built over the ravine for which Raveenton is named after. This used to be a bridge. There used to be a bridge over here, but now it is Town Hall. This room right here used to be all the house was. Now it is a lobby waiting room, and we have my dog Trigger here. You can see a courtroom here in case you have anything you need to settle, in case you feel like suing somebody because you spilled hot coffee on your lap. In here is where the mayor is. That would be me. You can talk into this little mic here if I need to make any announcements to the city. I also have a map and various other things. This is where I discuss people getting land. You know, if people want to buy land, if people want to do something in particular that they need the mayor's approval for, this is where you do so. And I also have a nice walkout balcony if I feel like getting some fresh air and not dealing with Karens. If we move on, if I can get through this door, we will be moving on to... City Center. One of the first... This marks City Center in particular. It used to be the actual City Center. But because of expansion, because of Manifest Destiny, that has since changed. However, this fountain does mark the technical entrance. We'll see here just a nice little meadow. Just a nice little place to chill out. We have a little pond back here as well. And a nice clock. And we also have the cemetery. If you happen to know someone who died or a pet died, you can mark them here. This right here is the Windows XP sign. This right here is a monument to a villager that died in an end part, which actually I forgot to cover that while I was in Town Hall. Town Hall, once you go into Town Hall, you can go under here. And this opens up to the map room where you can see a greater map of Jackson going all the way to Camdaria down here and various other locations. But you can see a better view for here. And then this used to be kind of a room for survival. So we'd have an enchanting room and an end portal, which is temporarily closed because that's where Jason died, that one villager. And there used to be some other things here, including a rainbow sheep that we kept in a pit. Anyway, if we move back out of Town Hall, we can go to more places. So, let's continue on in this direction. Right here, we have the stables. So, if you want to buy a horse, this is where you keep your horse. You can see we have my horse, Ferd, here, which is a horse in German. And then we have 2 vacant lots for more horses. This is a house of one of my friends. It is a nice high-rise house built off of a formerly real tall spruce tree. It's a pretty decent house. One of the oldest buildings in here. And if you look into the mailbox, you'll see anthrax. Be careful out there. If we move on over here, we will see the lumber mill. This is where, if you need to buy wood or things of the sort, you can buy wood for 4 iron nuggets per log. This used to be the gate signifying the entrance of Jackson with the old, the way it used to be, I guess. Or the old borders, but the borders have since changed, so now that is a little bit different. If we move a little bit further, we can go off to this one little building over here. If we follow this pathway, we'll go out to another one of the oldest buildings, Two Forks Lookout. This is a lookout tower, originally one of the oldest buildings in Jackson. It features another map wall and a few other things. This was built pretty remotely. Now a few other things have been built here, but it was pretty remote at the time. It's also perched on the tallest natural point in Jackson. If we move a little bit farther down here, we'll come across my survival house. So when I play survival, this is the house that I stay in. You can see I have another dog that I did not name, and 2 cats that I also did not name, because they don't deserve it. And a little mine entrance here, and my self-defense crossbow. And my other horse, Loshad, which is horse in Russian. Returning back to the rest of the land, we will see 2 new buildings. Here we have a monument. This is a replica. This is a replica of Bunker Hill. Now, Bunker Hill is a structure we'll get to later, but the reason this is here is because it is a monument to the 9 soldiers and 5 civilians killed in the Jackson-Hanover War, which was basically a war between our state, or our country, and a local village, Hanover. Well, actually, the village is Strawberry. Hanover is the country that village resides in. However, it is no longer in existence. We are going to change it to daytime. Here you will see the Tower of Freedom, also dedicated to something in particular. The Great Massacre of 8/16/19, which killed 16, including multiple animals and a few people. It is the tallest building in Jackson by a long shot, and has actually moved places. This used to be the site of an entirely different... used to be the location of something entirely different. A different look at, like a different tower, kind of like the CN Tower in Toronto. Is that which one it is? I think the CN Tower is the one in Toronto. And then whatever the hell it is in Seattle as well. It used to be on top of the pub, and you can see a little... let me get my magnifying glass here that for some reason is not in my main inventory. If you take a look there, you can see the old location of it, and it used to be a similar height, but I decided to move it into a standalone locale. If we move over here, we will get to my house. Now, my house is a great structure. If we walk in here, you can see various things. My cat Tucker and my dog Remington. We can go upstairs here into my bedroom. You want a little look at that. And then we have a downstairs storage room that also has some other things. This used to have a door that went out to the edge of the river behind my house. You can see a lake behind the house. This used to be a pond, but I turned it into a river. And there's also a range here for shooting, because, you know, that's the dream, to have land and a shooting range. There's also, you can see they're kind of peeking out. There is a house hidden in there, but we will not go over that because it is hidden. Moving along, we will get to the Jackson Castle. Jackson Castle is, well, a castle. One of the little slightly more grand buildings that I played full part in the construction of. It's pretty rudimentary. It was also damaged during the Jackson-Hanover War, which is why there's a hole in it. And you can see from here the original Bunker Hill, which the replica is basically a scaled-down version. And then we move on here to Kabook. This was made by... this was a town incorporated by my boyfriend, just outside of mainland Raveenton. Sorry, there must be a little bit of mic feedback. I apologize, dear tour goers. Walking in here, we'll see Kyle. Inside of this small house here. No! Kyle is escaping. Okay. Wow. We have a monument to the god of Kabuk. I don't remember his name. A house that was accidentally teleported here, which is why it's facing the wrong way. His house. Very small, but very well-designed house. My house. And we have a little farm, a treehouse, and one of the most grandiose buildings, Town Hall. Town Hall. Not a lot going on inside, but it definitely is one of the more spectacular buildings on the exterior. And there is one other building just outside of mainland Kabuk, which is our mine. This is the mine for all of Jackson. This is where we get all of our materials and stuff for, most of which goes to the general store. So, this is our mine. And now we're going to have to move on to some of the other territories. Kabuk is another territory. It's another city. Jackson is a territory, or Jackson is the United Territories. Ravineton is a territory. Kabuk here is a territory. There's a beast. Okay, I thought there was a bee stuck there. There's not. Jackson is the biggest territory with the highest population, but Kabuk has a decent population as well. And we're going to move on to some of the other ones, starting over here. This is the docks. If you're coming in from some of the other villages in the area, this might be where you end up. It's also a good place to fish, as you can fish at the end there. Okay, that's kind of annoying. You can fish at the end here if you'd like. There are fishing materials, including a couple bows, and a place for you to store all of the stuff that you might not want. There's also another house of someone I don't know anymore. You can rent a boat space here, and you can have that be where your boat is. Or here, we have the military base, Fort Jackson. You can see we have an entire tank and a decently sized infantry force. We also have multiple barracks and the general's quarters, as well as a cafeteria that is currently unfurnished. I don't know why I've forgotten to furnish that. And here's what the barracks look like. Pretty simple stuff. And the general's office kind of has this little place to meet him, and then his actual living quarters that, again, for some reason, has not been furnished. After the war, but, you know, things have changed a little bit. This is another territory established in August of 2019, Arizona. Formerly the location of Redstone Island, which is where we basically just kept, where we would do little redstone experiments. It is now the site of the Nether portal, and it's a nice little recreation of the Nether itself. Just behind it here is Area 51, which contains a single nuclear missile, just in case Hanover thought we were sorry. Moving on a bit here to Alaska, established in January of 2020. We can see here, this is kind of another slightly public end portal. This is also the location of a very peaceful cult with a population of 5. Moving on here, we have Jimstown, a small little farming location with one single beach house and a farm. It's pretty rudimentary, and it's just come under new ownership, which we will discuss later. Here is the drag strip, Bandicoot Speedway, where you can race boats. Here, and we can see we have boats provided right here, and also a countdown. It's only a 3-second countdown, but it does give you enough countdown. And you can see we have some seats along here. If we go a little bit farther here, I don't know why I went that way, you will see our dirt racetrack, which is Jackson International Speedway. This is a horse racing track. You can see the finish line over there, and the curious placement of trees that kind of make it hard to see exactly what is going on the other side of the track. But still a horse racing place, still pretty cool. Just to go a little bit farther outside of Jackson, there are 2 other builds of importance outside of Jackson, decently far away. And we're going to come over Strawberry here, the town that is now in ruins because they picked a fight. Here we have Alcatraz. This is our prison island. This is where we keep prisoners. You can see the helipad on top of there. That goes from 50 Cop Shop. We recently had a breakout, but that's none of your business. And we have a nice little cafeteria up here for them to eat their prison slop, also known as school food. The various buildings that you may or may not see, depending on how my game loads, along this little region here, known as the Bay of Camdaria, is Camdaria. This is a various set of houses built by my niece and nephew, or decently outside of Jackson, because I didn't want to see their builds. So I made them be in the middle of nowhere, so I couldn't see them. So, all of that leaves us with one build remaining. One of probably the newest building
And probably the biggest.
in Jackson. Probably the biggest as well. Definitely the
Most
most complex.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Look, yeah,
Just outside of Jimstown, which might not be Jimstown for a whole lot longer. None other than a hotel. We have another hotel.
hotel.
We have a much larger.
It's a very
hotel.
nice hotel.
It is a very nice hotel, and my
It's-
frames are absolutely terrible.
If
If we walk over this bridge here, you'll see this scaffolding. It is still somewhat under construction, so we have some scaffolding
Yeah,
just to
well,
make sure that
actually,
our
we're
workers
getting
can
ready for the grand
cover it.
reveal, but for right now, we're... so welcome to the hotel. The name is not revealed yet, but, if you look around, we have some activities for you to do. We have the jukebox, which has probably copyrighted music, which we will not currently go
Yeah,
over right now.
I believe it is copyrighted.
Over here we have the kitchen for breakfast and stuff. You know, wake up in the hotel, get some breakfast. You got some food here that
Oh
you
yeah,
can cook
hotel
and stuff.
staple. Every hotel's got to have it.
Oh yes, sir. Get your sink and your fridge, and then you get your brewskis here. Moving over here. Oh, by the way, in the fish tank. Yeah, the fish tank's in the middle.
There are fish in the fish
Cute
tank.
little tables. This is the enchanting center. If you want to do your little enchantments and stuff.
Oh wow, I actually was not aware of this. That's really cool.
Yeah, it's cute. Oh, that's a lot of scaffolding. That's probably why their frames are. Give
Yeah.
me 2 seconds.
Somebody might want to pick those up.
I'm gonna clean this up real quick.
So we are currently breaking down the scaffolding as we
Get ready for the grand
begin the
opening.
great reveal
Yeah, the great reveal.
of
It's pretty grand.
the hotel.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It is pretty grand.
It's something. Let me tell you.
It is something. I will say this build has been over the course of about a week, although we have not been building consistently. Both me and Ohio have been putting a lot of work into this build.
Mostly
It was
me.
Ohio's
This is my
and
idea.
it is the second variant of this on the map. There was one way north in the town of Rhodes, about 1,000 blocks north and a couple blocks east. But that has since been destroyed by a communist miscreant. So we had to build another
whose name
one.
shall not be
And-
mentioned right now.
Who's been expanding his influence throughout the northern part of the map, but this map still remains Pride capitalists.
Yep. So right over here
So-
we got your check-in. You know, if you come over here, it actually looks pretty cool over here on this side.
It does, yeah, it looks
Yeah.
pretty official.
Pretty official stuff here. I tried to make it as detailed as possible. So going in the elevator up here. We'll look at each of the floors. Because I think
Yeah,
each
we'll
of the,
take a. I mean,
each
to be
floor
fair,
is
we don't have to
unique.
look much farther.
Yeah.
Well, is it?
Oh. Yeah, it actually is. Not really.
So here's one of the rooms. This is kind of a basic example of some of the furnishings of some of these rooms. Some rooms have 2 beds, some rooms have 1 bed. Some rooms, such as these corner rooms, are a little more interesting
they are
in their
way bigger.
design. You can see that they are much larger. These are the ones you pay a little bit extra for,
Yeah.
but they're definitely pretty nice. Each room has a varying amount of
Yeah, you want to go
visibility
here,
out of the windows
you wanna,
as well.
You want to go a little bit more to the north, or to the
a little,
top.
that's not how that
To
works.
the top to see.
Wanna go a little bit
some
higher.
of the better views. Yeah, we'll stop about here in the blue one.
Screen. This is blue.
There is 162 rooms in this hotel. Each of them.
Here's an example
Each of
of
them
the visibility. And actually,
has, the
depending on
essential
where you
stuff,
go,
you know, you get your.
you can actually get a pretty decent view of, I don't know if it's visible out of this window yet. Yes, it is partially visible. So you can see, you can get a pretty decent view of a lot of the town from here. And if we go to the other side, you might actually notice, you can also get a good spectator view,
Awesome view
of the horse
racetrack.
race as
Yeah,
well. So,
that's one of the reasons I picked this location, actually, was to get a good view
Yes.
of the racetrack. So
there was also a lot of free space in this area. This area was originally just kind of empty.
It was
There
a
was a
small
small bit of island,
but it has been
but
expanded.
most of the build is a new island. It's not an original.
So coming to the top here, we'll go all the way to the top now. Yeah, so there is
And you can see each room is color-coded.
10 floors of rooms, and there are 12 floors total. This is the top garden center, the roof garden. It's very nice, I would say.
Yes,
Pretty
I would
official.
agree.
I mean, it's a really, honestly, this is one of my best builds ever. Very
I would
official
agree.
looking. It's very.
This is one of the best builds.
It's a very professional build. Let me tell you that.
Yeah.
So let's go to the bottom here. We'll get ready for the grand reveal here. Let me.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. I'll have you stand in front of the bridge there, so you can see the whole thing.
Wrong way. I will be facing the opposite direction, waiting for the grand reveal. And for my frames to drop like mad. You know, I'm gonna disable. Hold on, I'm gonna disable a setting first. I'm gonna disable. What is
Too
it?
late.
Tile drops. There we go. All right, tile drops have been disabled, so hopefully that will help a little bit with my frames here.
It should help a lot.
Well, yeah, it should. All right.
Not yet.
You let me know when the official reveal is prepared. I'm gonna stand a little bit further this way. I'm gonna go in the air. No, I'm not. All right.
Almost.
Whenever you're ready. Ow.
Ladies and gentlemen, with hard work and effort and a very professional, amazing build, one of the greatest hotels to ever be in Minecraft, I give you the PP Hotel. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, this is a giant penis hotel. It is the nicest hotel you've ever seen, but on the outside it is a giant penis.
And if you take a look here, you'll see that that design is replicated on all four sides.
All four sides. But here you get a better look of the rooms and stuff, and it is honestly, it's a very nice hotel. 5 stars.
It is.
In terms of Minecraft
And if we take a
hotel,
look here, you can actually see it from the majority of locations. You might have seen some of the scaffolding throughout this tour
Yeah.
here. I tried to, you know, look at it. But you can see that it's pretty clearly visible from my house. It's pretty
Which is
visible from
funny.
the majority of other locations. Yeah, it's pretty visible from the majority of other locations throughout the United Territories of Jackson. You can even, if my chunk distance was higher, you'd even be able to pretty clearly see it from just about anywhere south of the, anywhere west of Town Hall. Although it does take a moment to see from,
what is that?
from where you get off at the train station, it still is visible from the majority
Oh, my word.
of the of the map.
Really?
So, get a little bit more look at it. Make sure I get nice and demonetized.
Oh yeah.
We are going to cover one more thing before we leave. Oh, we also have a bamboo farm. I just wanted to leave you all with a firework display. Every morning in Jackson, fireworks will display. I don't know if sunrise counts. Does sunrise count? We'll find out.
I would think so. This idea was gotten from me, though.
That is true. I stole this from Cleveland.
Yeah. Well, no, that map isn't Cleveland, is it? Wait, is it?
Yeah.
Are they
it is.
both Cleveland? Do I have two maps called Cleveland? On two different accounts?
Maybe.
I think I do.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna make it midnight, and then set it to sunrise.
Okay, can I have help with something?
Change it to daytime. There it is.
There they are.
Awesome.
So, and it also goes off around the Tower of Freedom every morning.
Wait,
if
did
it
you
will
go to
display
this
here,
giant
which it will
watchtower?
not. Oh, that's not a watchtower. That's a house.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I covered the house. It is a very nice house. I didn't go in the interior for fear of early reveal.
May you show
But-
them my horse?
How do you go in?
Sure. The door.
Where's the... Oh, here it is.
Alright, let's take a look at your horse here.
Yeah,
Oh, this is
I
cool.
know.
Oh,
I know.
that's actually pretty cool.
What? I'm stuck.
My horse. Set up. And if you look at the name of it, Aqua, aka, I mean Diet.
Preferred?
No, it's Ferd.
I would have preferred a better name.
Well, it's horse in German.
I think they would have preferred a better name.
How do you change the color of your thing?
What?
Like
Oh,
saddle?
saddle? You can't do that.
Aqua, I
yours
mean
purple.
Dak. Aqua, Dak, I mean Dak.
Oh, that's leather horse armor. You can dye leather horse armor.
Oh, okay.
That's why there used to be a cauldron. I don't know where it went, but... Alright, well, that, my friends, is none other than
I'm not
Jackson,
gonna lie, I think
our
the
wonderful-
PP Hotel is the best part.
probably
My horse is
from
pretty
the
far up
interior,
there.
For the
especially.
interior, especially. The interior is probably the greatest.
So just to cover everything from the map here, you can see we have Camdaria in this lower corner here. We have Alcatraz, more parts of Camdaria. This is Strawberry right here. By the way, this we have a little compass right here, so you can see northeast, southwest.
Oh wait, we
Just to
gotta
give an
first
idea.
we gotta show the PP
that actually
Hotel
does
at
work.
nighttime because I still haven't seen it then.
Oh, that's true.
I
So
tried-
we have
I
the
tried
lookout
working hard
tower,
on
my
the
other
lighting.
house, Kabook, you can see here, there's the mine, the castle, my house, the two monuments,
At night.
we have kind of the main city center area, the pub, all the, we
Nice.
have kind of Broadway, kind of the main street here, but that covers most of the commercial buildings. We have Arizona and Area 51, Alaska, PP Hotel, and actually the map is not technically accurate right now. PP Hotel has not been updated, so we're going to update that on the map. Ratisienstein,
What house is that in?
if I can get out of here. It's in the Town Hall.
Town Hall.
The big map is in Town Hall, and it will update right now. Maybe it will actually display as the same thing. No, it will change ever so slightly. Not a whole lot, but it did change a
First I
little
gotta
bit.
find the map.
Whitetail book deer.
Okay.
So,
PP Hotel is too far off the map to be spotted.
no, it's not.
On this map?
Oh yeah, no, you can't see it. Oh yeah, well the real map down here.
Down. Oh.
The map.
I
The
don't think
map
I've seen
room.
it. Whoa! Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah.
So yeah, this covers every part of the map basically,
And
including some
masterpiece.
empty territory
Look at how big it
in
is.
and around here. Oh yeah,
It's so
there's a
big.
stout building.
I worked so hard on that.
I don't know if
oh
anything
my
else has
lord.
changed since the last time I've gone through here. I think everything else
It's
is
bigger
is
than
up to
some of
date.
the minor cities or the little territories or whatever.
It is almost the same width as Kabook. Like, comparing it to the wall of Kabook, it is not far off. By the way, the hotel is a part of Jimstown, so this whole territory, this area right here...
Yeah, but that's gonna be renamed eventually.
That's all...
Ohio.
Yeah.
Now, new official name is Ohio. That is Ohio.
Can we... Can't we just name it like a city in Ohio? Oh,
Cleveland.
we'll come up... God,
Come on
Cleveland
down to
3.
Cleveland town, everyone.
Everyone.
1868. See a river catches on fire.
So, I believe that is everything for my creative world. I've been working on this on and off since mid-2019, like July. July.
And I probably
Yeah, I believe it
started
was
the hotel
July,
like a week ago.
specifically. Yeah, and that's already that.
And it's already that big. Imagine how many more things I could build, because I'm a quick builder and I'm very creative, so like...
Kabuka has been around since this month, though, to be fair. Like, Kabuka was made 2 weeks ago.
So
And
how
it's already
come I
gotten
can
that far.
fly up into the blocks here?
Where's the
that just-
dye color at?
That just happens sometimes. Dye colors is that little yellow dye in natural. You'll see a yellow dye and it'll say dyes, and it's in the nature thing. So, with that, a nice review of my entire city. I'll leave you there. Have a good one, everybody.